of high standards, everyone. Hello, welcome back to another in our series of the $12.99 and under sparkling challenge as part of the BevFluence Effervescence Unleashed campaign. Today, we are exclusively focusing on 4 $12.99 Proseccos. How do you feel about Prosecco?
I love Prosecco. I feel like it is such a simple, elevated way to enjoy wine. It's a little sparkly and it has a lot to offer as far as sweetness and tannins. You can really find a lot in the Prosecco family.
And I love finding it at a really good price point. Huh? What are we drinking today?
First, we'll start off. The first one we have is Ciavelli Prosecco Extra Dry. We will pretend like it's on the spinning platform that we don't have right now.
All right, extra dry, which is kind of not what I normally expect from Prosecco. I'm kind of expecting a little bit sweet, jammy, some of those fruits. So let's dive into this.
Yeah, so for those not familiar with Prosecco, it's a region northeast Italy. There's a Prosecco DOCG, which is the historical region, smaller, but then they broaden the region to encompass a larger area. So that would be the DOC regulation.
So like tasting this, it almost reminds me like of, there's an immense amount of pear, like a lot of Bartlett pear, especially on the finish here, almost like sweet Bartlett pear.
It is slightly sweet, but not overpowering.
No, it is dry, it is true to the name, but I'm really getting a lot of that pear.
Good fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Very good effervescence, if you can see the bubbles, very tight bubbles.
Would you say it's unleashed?
It's getting there, no doubt. No, so this is a nice one. I mean, I get a tiny bit of almonds on the back end too.
Mm-hmm.
It does have a slight nutty finish that really complements the overall body of it very well. It's light and enjoyable.
Yeah. Marzipan, pear, dry.
Yeah.
Really nice for under $12.99.
Yeah, great value.
This is really good stuff here. So, what do we have next?
Move on that.
Let's pass that around.
Prosecco. Another just extra dry Italian sparkling wine.
All right, from Italy.
Well, I hope somebody in another country isn't labeling their wine Prosecco. Besides somebody in Italy.
This has a crisper finish. I feel like it is almost lighter on the palate
Yeah.
than the first one, and this would pair very well with like a nice charcuterie or some fresh fruits. It's very good for at-home relaxation.
Yeah, I mean, still a little bit of like that fruit, but it's a little bit less fruity. I like the dryness on this one. This is crisp, really nice bubble structure on this. I really like that. Holds on to the back of the palate as you're kind of like sipping it right here.
Yeah, I'm thinking brownie batter. That's what I want with this.
Something sweet.
Funny you say brownie batter, because I think we have brownie batter. So be careful what you wish for, pairing wise. But
Yeah, that's a nice one. These are both first two. Pretty nice.
you know, I mean, and a lot of fun again. You know, for under $12.99. Like if you're going to have whether it's a Valentine's Day or just like hanging out with friends, like this is, you know, crisp, refreshing. It's going to pair well with a lot of things. It's easy to drink and really, you know, really quite good. Like this is, you know, for under $12.99, I don't think you're not getting cheap wines. These are high quality products here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then when we say under $12.99, I mean they're under. I mean some of these could be $5, $6, $7.
Some of
these
these,
good value.
yeah, Binny's and Trader Joe's. Like there's bargains to be found here. So
Yeah, I think these are mainly from Benny's, I would think.
all right, so let's pass this one down and is this another Italian one? Laughing at myself.
Yes, I think it might be. So this is another just extra dry. What do you think? Bader Prosecco.
Yeah, I don't speak Italian, so I do not want to pretend to pronounce it in a way that is, you know, unfortunate to our Italian-speaking friends watching us.
So neither one of you think.
Yeah.
So you need to go for it. What do you think?
This is the jammiest of the Proseccos, in my opinion. It has a slight sweetness to it that the first two didn't have. And I really enjoy, it's closer to a dessert wine, but it's on the drier side of a dessert wine, but you could say that this one has enough sweetness to eat at the end of a meal.
Yeah, a little bit like lemon, a little bit, even like a hint of elderflower in here. This is really, this is
has
really,
a bigger mouthfeel, I think, than the other ones.
yes,
That's
definitely.
where you get it.
You get a watery effect with this one, whereas the first two, you don't have that.
Yeah, the other ones I think had a little bit more like kind of, and I say this in a nice way, like a little bit more astringency. They're a little bit more drying on the palate. This one ends a little bit more suddenly. I would say it's, it has some dryness to it, but I don't think it's going to, it doesn't kind of have like a bite, a tight end to it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this one's, I pulled out more of the citrus than some of the other ones.
I mean, 100%. I think this one is like note-wise, like this one definitely a lot more lemon, like hint of like grapefruit in here. It's a very different character than we had on these first two. I think I'd say.
Absolutely. As a second taste, I do taste the citrus and elderflower coming through very strong. It's not a botanical, but
No.
it's light, effervescent, and enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say the effervescence is unleashed?
I would say it's unshackled.
Unshackled.
Yeah, we need a new marketing guru here.
It's only Justin, the CEO in the kitchen, is getting to hear that he could have had effervescence unshackled. But I agree though. I think this one is a really beautiful expression of like effervescent bright spirit. We have a rosé
one
coming up.
that I don't think is very lemony. I should have read it first. Let's get back here. So this is just Prosecco Rosé, 90 plus sellers. I should have got that from the 90 plus in the middle instead of reading it.
Sometimes you can put a score, from Wine Spectator in your bottle, or you can just name your entire operation after the score you want all of your products to have. So why stop at 90? This could have been 95 points. What do you think about the liquid?
I'm wondering just with what the grape is with this, because you would have the Glera as the traditional grape,
Mm-hmm.
and whether the pressing it on the skins would give you this color. I mean, I'm just not sure, or if it's blended with another lightly pressed grape. Maybe pressing it up with that.
Yeah. The label, I don't think, offers a ton of insight into that. What do you think flavor-wise? What are you getting on this one?
I personally love a rosé. It's dry, but not overpoweringly so. It doesn't strain my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to drink, and like Ty was saying about one of the first ones, it does have some nice tight bubbles. I do appreciate the mouthfeel. It really is an enjoyable sip. I think it's also an approachable palate as well. Rosés can be an acquired taste for some, but this one is very approachable.
I love rosé, and maybe it's because we've been working with cider so much over, going to CiderCon and everything, but I'm getting a lot of apple notes on here. There's a little bit of hint of berry, but this is crisp, dry, apple forward. I enjoy it.
And I was thinking, okay, this is just me a strawberry thing, but I'm getting actually some citrus in there.
Yeah.
I want to use this in a cocktail. This one I think would work very well in a cocktail.
So what kind of cocktail are you thinking here?
I don't know. I just think it's some sort of. Actually, I think gin would work really well. It's you know me, I like to throw a little absinthe into everything. I'm trying to think how that would work out.
You said gin, and I was also thinking about the strawberry yuzu flavor profile
Yeah.
I did earlier today. This with gin and the strawberry yuzu, I think it would pair very nicely.
I think so as well too. Classic French 75 topped with sparkling rosé, always really nice. I like the Go Corp Survivor a little bit, bring in some absinthe. Yuzu is always fantastic. Kind of bring the citrus side out of it. I think it's really interesting. Prosecco. A lot of times we're just kind of sitting back, enjoying it, relaxing. But these also has a lot of potential for cocktails, right? Mixing with sparkling wine, especially replacing. Champagne is common in cocktails, but bust out a Prosecco, kind of mix it up.
Anything with seltzer water, throw in some Prosecco.
Absolutely.
Yeah, elevate don't just go vodka and soda, go vodka and
Unshackle your cocktail desires.
Yes.
Unshackle, unleashed. Effervescence is fun to be celebrated in under $12.99. These are all
Yeah,
great
they're nice.
deals.
I would say that under $12.99 classifies as a limitless experience. If you could spend less than $20 and feel like you just gave yourself a brand new ideal,
Yeah.
these are the wines that you would want to try something with because you're feeling like, oh, maybe I don't know, is this a good idea? Less than $20, you spend $20 here or there plenty of times. So to unleash a new experience like these and to be able to bring creativity into your home in a completely different level, absolutely worth the buy.
Worth
There
the
you
buy.
go.
Well
Didn't add
said.
anything. All right, cheers.
Yep.
$12.99 Prosecco.
Okay.
Cheers.